What's up, everybody? It's your boy Rex Black, and I'm back with another video. I saw this tweet from Tulsi last night that says, at Netflix, CP cuties will certainly whet the appetite of pedophiles and help fuel the child sex trafficking trade. 1 in 4 victims of trafficking are children. It happened to my friend's 13-year-old daughter. Netflix, you are now complicit. Cancel Netflix. And as you can see, the tweet went viral. She's still trending, I believe, on Twitter right now. And this cover art right here is the cover to the movie Cuties, which is what she was referring to. If you don't know, you have to be living under a rock to not know about the controversy with this movie. Basically, these 4 girls are in this dance group. I saw part of the movie, and there's like a 5th one in there. She was like in and out. She wasn't really a major part of the movie. Basically, they're caught up in some type of dance competition, and it's like they're competing with other groups for this like in this dance competition, and they see these girls online dancing a certain way. And these are like adults dancing a certain way, and they're basically emulating what they've seen online, which does happen in real life. You see these dance shows out here, and you see that's how they have them. Like, they have them in these skimpy little clothes. Like, these are actually child actors that they had dressed up like this. They had to go into the auditions. Their parents had to let them go into the auditions and doing all these different poses and stuff like that. And the camera zooming in on everything. Like, it was, the point of the movie was to point out how wrong that was, and how doing this to children is wrong. But they did it by like doing this. Like, they have them literally dressed up in barely anything. There was one scene where they had the main character right here. Wait, let me see if I can just zoom in on her face. Her right here. This is the main character, okay? She comes from like a very religious and strict household, okay? And her mom and her brother are their dad ran off with another woman and is about to marry the other woman, but the mom has to support her husband pretty much and go to the wedding with her, like go to the wedding and support the wedding of her husband. And she overheard that conversation because she was wondering when her dad was going to come back, and she basically started acting out after she found out that her dad was going to be let me zoom out now. Okay, she had basically started acting out after she found out that her dad basically just ran off from the family. And that was a key point in the movie, and it gives more context because before this movie was even released, there was a whole bunch of crazy controversy. Like, just from this cover art alone, it was bad. And Netflix and IMDb, I said IDBM, they were switching up the wording and phrasing because the movie is rated R, and that makes it even more weird. And I know that the whole point of the movie, but the way they went about it was just so extreme. And I was about to say, there was one scene where the main character girl, she got her pants pulled down, and it was showing her in her underwear. And they filmed this stuff, okay? And there was like, it was just so extreme. Like, the lady who made this movie, it was extreme, okay? It was I wouldn't even say hyper realistic, but it was trying to be too real, but not like, because stuff like this does happen and does go on, but like, it doesn't need to be like promoted out there like that. That's what I'm trying to say. So basically, let me get to the point of this video. Tulsi tweets this out, and she's being smeared. And she's being smeared as a QAnon sympathizer, because basically right-wing Twitter they've gone all in, and Tulsi's always getting smeared as a right-winger, and that's the funniest thing. But right-wing Twitter has just gone all in, and they've retweeted her, been posting her out there, and you have you have a lot of these liberals out here, okay? And what they will do is, if they see that this goes back to partisan hackery. If they see that somebody on the opposite side is supporting somebody who on the left side, okay, She ran as a Democrat in 2020, and she was smeared as an Assad apologist, a sympathizer, this sympathizer, that. Someone like that, like her, tweets that out, and you see a bunch of right wingers retweeting her. The liberals instantly go into attack mode. And what that does is it makes you appear to be defending, like, or attacking what she said, and attacking, or defending the movie. And so a lot of them have directly defended the movie. And what I'm saying is that feeds into the notion that you are for and promoting and aiding and abetting and sympathizing with pedophiles, and you're what do you call it? You're basically apologizing for them, because they started bringing up how they were trying to say that pedophilia it could end up being a orientation, and I've seen those studies that talks about that. There's like minor attracted something individuals or something like that. It's like there are like real studies about this stuff, and you already have a preconceived notion that the Democratic Party is going to help fulfill this, and you have media who promote stuff like this, and it feeds into that notion. And QAnon, if you don't know what QAnon is, you still gotta be living under a rock. But QAnon basically, a big theory from QAnon is that there is a major child trafficking organization and network, and it's being run by Hollywood elites and Democrats, and that's basically what their whole that's what it is. That's what they're fighting against. And when you have, now you see what Tulsi said, now she's being called a QAnon sympathizer. I mean, you have to be you have to be dumb. Okay, you have to be dumb and no, I'm not gonna say you have to be dumb. You have to be lying to yourself if you don't think that because child trafficking and human trafficking overall is a major problem. Okay, a major problem. And there are elites. You saw with the Jeffrey Epstein case, there are elites who are involved with this, and you have very, very, very powerful and rich people who are like behind some of this stuff. Now you have some on like local levels who are just like not necessarily wealthy, but they're just kind of randos who kidnap people for maybe their own pleasure, or kidnap or are attached to a broader organization for whatever reason that they do this stuff. There are those on those smaller levels, but you do have very, very high elite like people who are involved with this. And no, I'm definitely not a QAnon person. I don't think that Robert F. Kennedy's son is still alive. I mean, JFK's son is still alive and helping Trump right now. No, I don't think that at all. Because you know what, for that matter, Trump is an elite as well. Like, I know that he portrays himself as this warrior and fighter for the common man, but he's an elite too. He's an elite as well. So he's been that way. So it bothers me that this is where the conversation gets into, because she's being smeared for this, like heavily smeared for this. And she's right. She is literally right. Netflix, I understand that the woman's intentions behind this movie seem to have been good intentions, but the execution was off the mark. It was completely off the mark, and it went too far, because people who already think that this is on the verge of, becoming a thing, like pedophilia is on the verge of becoming like a orientation. This just feeds more into that. This really just feeds into that more. And when you get on here on Twitter defending the movie and trying and being such, y'all guys gotta stop being so partisan. Because when you are partisan, it just, you can't go to bat for your side, even when your side is not in the right. And the other side, same with both sides. Stop being such hacks. Like, when there's something that everybody can agree is wrong, it's wrong. Like, and what is his name? Tim Young. I saw somebody tweet out saying this is not a partisan issue. It's not. It shouldn't be a partisan issue. Don't make it a partisan issue. People make it a partisan issue, and it's not. It's really not. So stop smearing Tulsi as a QAnon support. Stop smearing her, period, man. She just can't get a break. Everything she does, she gets smeared for. Tulsi, you keep up the good fight. Just keep on keeping. That's all I gotta say for this one. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, like, comment, subscribe, like, comment, subscribe, like, whenever you do it, however you do it, wherever you do it, just do it. It's your boy Red X Black, and I'm out. Peace.